Okay, welcome to the new year. It's a little after midnight on January 2nd, 2017. Um, I just heard of a story at a Waffle House in Georgia, and I wanted to make this video. I have time. Um, there was a Waffle House in Georgia, and about 2:20 a.m. It's one of those all-night joints. There were three men in the restaurant. Now, this is the type of restaurant where the waitress gives you the check and you walk over to the register and pay at the register and walk. Okay. Three men call over the waitress, and they handed her a note, and the note said, "Give us all the money in the register, or we're gonna come back and kill everybody. We're gonna kill everybody in the restaurant. Give us the money." Another waitress took the note, went to the register, got the money out of the register. It was about $200 cash. They gave the money to the men. The men left. One waitress, Heather Berkshire, stand what the fuck her name is, but one waitress. And you can go on Google News. It's all over Google News. Google Waffle House waitress on Google right now. She had her gun in her car. So the men left. They were getting into their car. I don't know her car versus their car in proximity, which I don't know about that shit, but she went out to her car, retrieved her gun, and as the men were getting in their vehicle intending to flee, she fired a shot up in the air, sort of in their direction. The powers that be found out about this shit, and she was fired in 2 seconds. She's got a GoFundMe page. She's saying, I'm the sole provider of the family. I have 3 small children, and I have a disabled husband. So right now my house has no income." Okay, and everybody on her GoFundMe page is like, "Honey, you're stupid. Honey, you're an idiot." A couple of idiots actually gave her money. I don't know why, but let's talk about this. Let's think about this rationally. 2 o'clock in the morning, it's pitch black outside. I'd be scared too. Full disclosure. But most of the time, I mean, all the mass shootings I've seen, restaurants, movie theaters, schools, the shooters tend to come without warning and just shoot. And they tend to come in either during a very, very high intense action sequence in the movie, or when everybody's eating their meal, or when everybody is in the cafeteria. They tend to hit the target very fast without warning. Now, if you've seen some mass shooting where there was a warning, please tell me about it. But all the ones that I've seen, it's in, shoot, and that's it. Sometimes the robber dies, sometimes the shooter dies, sometimes he's caught a lot, whatever. But it's pretty much, and even the guy down in the church, the skinny little white guy in the black church, okay, he actually sat and prayed for an hour, and then when they least suspected it, he drew his gun and started killing everybody. What most likely happened was the robbers were complete fucking idiots. They probably forgot their money or were light on money, and they probably figured a quick way to get out of here to commit a felony. I know, let's do it, but they probably just on the whim decided, let's just fucking get a parents. Okay, that's probably what happened. Okay, they probably didn't have a gun. Now, obviously, with it, there was a felony, because in order for armed robbery to happen, you don't have to have the gun on you. Okay, if the threat of the gun is there, even if the gun does not exist, it is still armed robbery. Okay. So they probably just gave it a fucking note, took $200 and went out. Now, from a mass shooting point of view, it is almost certain, and when I say almost certain, I mean 1 in a trillion, that the guys will come back, get their guns, and kill everybody. Because at least, in this case, 2 waitresses knew about the robbery. Because 1 waitress took the money, 1 waitress had the note, so at least 2 waitresses knew about the robbery. Okay, I don't know how many guys were in the diner when it happened, but at least 2 waitresses know about the robbery. This means they're gonna get the manager on duty immediately. They're gonna call police immediately. They're gonna lock the doors immediately. If the head manager is not on duty, they're gonna call him at his house and get him out of bed. They will do that. They're most likely gonna call the regional manager for the Waffle houses in the state. Okay, it's like a higher up. Okay, and the dispatch run is gonna tell them to detain everybody in the restaurant. Police are gonna come. They're gonna separate everybody. They're gonna take different statements from different people without comparing notes. And if there are surveillance cameras somewhere, they're gonna utilize them. And hopefully someone took a picture of the license plate or wrote it down, whatever. I know 2 o'clock in the morning is kind of dark, but whatever. Okay, because people are already aware of what's going on. At least the Cal people are. The police are already being called. They'll be there in 6 minutes, and the door is being locked. Or at least it should be locked. Okay, so for them to go outside, and their faces have already been seen, by the way. So for them to go outside, get in the car, get guns, go back inside. It happens in the movies, but not in real life. Okay, the odds are 1 in a trillion. Okay, period. Okay, now, having worked in department stores and supermarkets in my earlier days, having a criminal justice associate's degree, criminal justice bachelor, security, armed guard, working for a police department now. Okay, I know that every single retail company in this country, restaurants, department stores, whatever the fuck, movie theaters, tell their employees to cooperate in case of a robbery. If it's a simple shoplifter, usually the store detectives and the manager grab the guy, throw him on the ground, smack him around a little bit, and call the cops. But all the companies are told flat out, if someone threatens the use of violence, give them what they want immediately. And I've said it before. When I was working in the supermarket, I had the head store detective tell me one time, and another guy was outside, he said, if someone sticks a gun in your face, don't even bother calling me. Get him the fuck out of here. Okay? The company does not want to have a gunfight on their hands, whether it's in the business, out in the parking lot, around the block. They don't want to have a gunfight on their hands because they don't want innocent guys to die. Now, if someone pulls out a gun, points it, and starts to count down from 5, different story. If someone grabs the waitress and says, pull your pants down, different story. If someone barricades the door and lights a match, different story. But unless you are confronted with death, the company will always tell you, give the money up and get them the fuck out of here. If they start hurting people, different story. But unless they start hurting people, give them the money and get them out. They don't want to have a $20 million loss when they have $200 cash. They just don't. Also, in terms of laws, this is down in Georgia. I don't know of a single state, stand your ground this, Castle Doctrine that. I don't know of a single state that allows a private citizen to run after someone. Police officer on duty in uniform, acting as an agent of the law, different story. But for a private citizen to run outside and grab their gun, and okay, that is leaving the location. You're going after someone. You're pursuing. You're not standing your ground. You're pursuing. Typically, Castle Doctrine, stand your ground laws, they typically mean once the person is out of the door, let them go. If they're in the door hurting you, kill them. But once they're out of the door, let them go. So this could be seen as a type of vigilante justice. Could be. Okay, also, firing a gun at a suspect that is fleeing. Tennessee versus Garner. Okay? You're firing a gun at someone as they're fleeing. Are they getting ready to kill you? Do you see a gun visibly in their hand? Tennessee versus Garner practically means you cannot fire your gun at the person as they're fleeing unless you are confident they are a terrorist or a mass murderer. That's it. It's a very, very, very strict rule. This is not 1940. Okay, I'm sorry you don't agree with that. It's a Supreme Court ruling. I can't change it. Okay. Also, when you fire a gun safely in the air, the odds of a bullet going up and coming down, unless you're in a concert mosh pit, is hitting someone is pretty rare. But it still could happen. You could have a bullet go up and fly because that bullet is still in the air, and that bullet's gonna come down, and it's still gonna hurt. Okay. Also, if a police officer is driving by and the police officer sees you pull out a gun and start firing it, okay, he's gonna engage you and kill you. You don't believe me? It happened in the Bronx. It happened in my Plains here. 2 cases in less than a year, and in both cases the cop was off duty and shot by a cop he knew. Okay, so that's going to be seen as probably a possible Heller versus a possible Tennessee versus Garner violation right there. She's lucky she ain't being charged with something. Now, one thing she could have done is she could have ran out of the place, jumped in her car, locked the doors, got her gun, and waited. And if they went back inside, then shot, or ran out, got her gun, went back inside and barricaded. And if they came in, then shot, that would have been justified. Okay, but this is a case of someone who has watched one too many movies. I don't want to pick on Georgia, but you guys don't have a lot of gun laws down there, and sometimes that's a disadvantage. Okay, sometimes you need proper gun training. I don't want to sound like a member of the Brady campaign, but it's the truth. Okay, you can't drive a car without training. You can't work crane without training. Okay, you can't fucking do brain surgery without training. Okay, some people have no training, and some states don't require training at any level at all. And I think that's a bad thing. Because if I was in this situation, I probably would have wanted to get my gun. And depending on where my car is versus their car, 2 o'clock in the morning, if I'm working the night shift, I'll pull right up to the building. Like the first parking spot, if I can, really late at night or whatever. And I'm going to be able to get my gun out of the car, but I'm going to come right back inside and barricade it and stand my ground. I'm not going to fucking run out and shoot. Okay, it's just totally fucking stupid. Okay, and you people need to think about this shit, okay? And I keep saying no one wants to fucking listen to me. Okay, give up the fucking money and let it go. It's 200 fucking bucks. Okay? Get the gun ready. Barricade the place, call the police, call the manager, but unless the person comes back, don't fucking do anything. Okay? Now, uniformed police officer, he's got his uniform on, okay? He's gonna pull out his gun, he's gonna pull it out, he's gonna say I'm a police officer, he's got the badge, got the gun, got the flashlight, okay? He may even get the shotgun, the rifle out of the trunk if he can, okay? And it's going to be a uniformed police officer pursuing, not a citizen. And the uniformed police officer is going to have a lot more power, and if a cop is driving around and sees a uniformed police officer, he's going to know it's an arrest, not a fucking, you know what I mean? Okay? She could have gotten herself killed. She could have gotten other people killed. Okay? And this is just fucking stupid. Okay? And all these major companies are like this. I'm going to give you an example. I have never said this before, and I've tried not to, but I'm going to say it now, fuck it. You may go to a little mom and pop store that's family owned by Arabs. Okay. You'll never hear about this in any company policy, just so we're on the same page. Do you know why major companies never put Arabs behind the register? They may have an Arab guy working in the back room. They may have an Arab guy working on the forklift. They may have an Arab guy washing dishes. They may have an Arab guy cooking. They may have an Arab guy stocking shelves. And I don't think this is the same for American Arabs, 3rd and 4th generation. It's mostly for Arab immigrants who come here from wherever they came from. Okay? But an Arabic person will die for $5. Now, a 3rd generation Arab American who's 100% Americanized, okay, he'll give you the fucking money. But a 1st generation Arab who came here from wherever they came from in the Middle East, they will die for $5. And that is why very few companies, I've never seen a company that will give them a job and Bobby money. Because they don't want to fucking fight in their hands. And you've seen, and it's probably not just Arabs, like other cultures too, but there are people that come to this country from third world countries, and where they came from, where they were born at, they didn't have a pot to piss in the window to throw it out of. So when they come to America and have enough money to open a store, they don't want to fucking let things go. Okay? Companies don't want this shit. Okay? They just don't want it. Now, if the guy grabbed the waitress, threw on the table, and said, "Pull your pants down," and she went out, got her gun, and shot the guy in the back, and then killed him, that would have been justified. Okay? If she went out, got her gun, went back inside, locked the door, and the guy started coming towards the door again, and she shot him, fine. But this is just a fucking idiot. Okay? This is just someone that doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. And I'll tell you one thing right now. You want to go on her GoFundMe page? Fine. But she's not getting a fucking dime of my money. Okay? She's not getting a fucking dime of my money. And you watch her get another job. She will never get another job in retail ever again. Never. No store's gonna hire her. No restaurant's gonna hire her. Maybe she'll get a job fucking cleaning toilets somewhere, but she's not gonna get a fucking job working retail. And she ain't gonna get a job working money, that I'll tell you right now. Okay, I gotta get going. Yeah, it's a little late here. Okay, good night.